Welcome back to an electric show. You know what? There's a quiet game from Jimmy. Came alive for a spurt in the fourth, aided by the silliest call in NBA Finals history. But it was too little too late. 21, 3, and 5, and a ticket home. Brew, how will you remember this playoff run in its entirety?
It was a great run.
Okay.
It was for Jimmy Butler to get them where he got them was incredibly impressive. Okay,
you're off to a good start.
It reminds me of LeBron's run in 2007 when he got the Cavaliers to the finals against the Spurs. And a lot of people were talking about, oh, they got swept by the Spurs. Just him getting them there, beating that Detroit team that was a championship team, it was incredibly impressive. Now, here's the one major difference. LeBron was 22 years old. So we gave LeBron a built-in excuse. He's 23, but man, he's
22,
coming. 22, but he's coming.
Yep.
Jimmy Butler doesn't have an excuse because he's not 22. And here's the issue, Nick. What this proves, the fact that we are not destroying Jimmy Butler, but just in mass, the media. I mean, some people, oh, Jimmy didn't step up, didn't have a great game. But he is not getting killed.
No.
The fact that that's not happening, guess what? He's not a superstar. Because any other superstar, seriously, Steph, LeBron, Anthony Davis, any of the superstar level players, even Jason Tatum, who I know Jimmy outplayed in these playoffs, but he outplayed Kevin Durant a year ago. Tatum outplayed Durant a year ago, and that doesn't mean Tatum's better than Kevin Durant.
No, but it's about
the season a lot.
Sure.
You know, and Jason Tatum has better regular seasons than Jimmy Butler. Now, Jimmy Butler morphs into something special in the playoffs, at least for half of them, but he didn't carry it out in the second half. So my point, Nick, is this. He's not a superstar. Okay. He's a star. He's a great player, and I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer and should. But the fact that nobody's like, what in the world was Jimmy Butler doing with 8 points until the last 5 minutes of a closeout game? The fact that he showed up late and then made I think they were going to lose anyway, but that turnover at the end.
Oh, yeah.
And then the three-point shot was horrific with 14 seconds left.
Those last two plays were bad plays.
But he's not getting crushed.
Well, okay.
And that's my point.
Here's
what people say.
Crushed right now.
By me, but not in mass by the media. And Nick, he's not a great scorer. He's not a great passer. He doesn't have a great handle. He is a great competitor. And he is a great player, but he's not a superstar. And this proves it.
Okay. Go ahead, Wilds.
Okay, so here's the one saving grace for Jimmy. I think he's been a great competitor. He's focused on winning, and he didn't lose the finals and all of a sudden show up with a cast on his hand and be like, oh, by the way, I was hurt the whole time. This is the
Oh, my God.
What? I'm saying he didn't do that. Did that happen before?
When someone had a broken hand because they punched a wall?
I don't remember it, but whatever. He didn't show up. He actually said, my ankle's not the issue.
Yeah.
But I asked Josh to pull up the stats. Pre-ankle injury, then he missed the game against the Knicks, post. He's not saying that this is the issue. He says, my ankle's fine. So maybe it's not. Maybe his ankle was totally fine, but that is the line of demarcation when he was out there cooking and when he took a step back.
This is
quickly. The last 10 games, you have 16. The last 10 games of the playoffs, he was a minus 46. That's the worst of any player in the NBA during these playoffs.
This is insanity, guys.
How?
Because since you, for some reason, referenced LeBron, I will do the same. This is penalizing a guy for advancing. That's what it is.
Come on.
No. Wait, hold on. I've sat here quietly. Now let me try to defend the guy who evidently isn't that good, even though...
No, nobody said that. Did anybody say he's not that good?
Said he's not a superstar.
Okay,
I'm saying
that means he's not good. It's not that good or a superstar.
No, I'm saying you are saying he's not as good as I am saying he is.
Yeah,
Let me explain why I'm saying it. It's an odd thing for a guy who isn't great at anything other than being competitive to lead the NBA in 40-point playoff games over the last 4 years. For his team, despite not having anything close to a superstar, to lead the NBA in playoff victories. For his team to have been to 2 finals and another Game 7 of a conference finals. It's funny how that happens. And it is also, to me, perplexing that we are going to hold against him that he clearly ran out of gas in the finals and then reward guys who have been at home for a month, who didn't have a chance to run out of gas. It is patently illogical. And now, how bad was his finals really? Let's discuss it. Blind reveal, anyone? Don't mind if I do. Here is Jimmy Butler in a finals and another player who lost in a finals. So Jimmy Butler is on the left. Show me the losing finals effort. Steph in 16. Now, was that a great finals? Was it even a very good finals? No. Was it a disaster, an embarrassment, kick him out of club superstar? I don't think so. Let's do another one. Jimmy Butler in a finals and player on the right. Can we at least agree those numbers are shockingly similar?
They look similar.
Okay. On the right. Finals MVP Paul Pierce. What? Come on, what?
They lack context to just throw numbers up.
Okay.
Where's Jimmy? You had Steph first. Where's Jimmy's 2 MVPs?
No.
Where's his 73-win season? Okay, so you brought up we didn't throw Steph out of sub-club superstar. Well, he's different than Jimmy.
Right. No.
Paul Pierce led a team to a championship.
Well, they won the championship, I think.
That year they won the championship?
Yeah.
So how's he going to score more than 22 when he's got Kevin Garnett getting 20 and Ray Allen getting 20 as well?
Got it.
The
point. Got it. I understand that. My point is, in the moment, I think we are maybe overreacting to what was a C- series. That's what I'm saying.
Well, C- for a superstar is almost like getting an F. If you're a superstar and you had a C- finals, Nick, he lost 7 of his last 9 games. He lost 4 home games in a row.
But again,
and I had to listen to heat culture. Heat culture. Oh, Spo is the new Red
The
Auerbach.
7 of the last 9 to me is one of the most meaningless things I've ever heard.
Well,
4 of the last 5 is what matters. The fact that
being up 3-0 and not being able to close for 3 games and gassing yourself and then showing up in the finals be like, I'm gassed. Well, yeah.
Wait.
You should have taken care of the Celtics.
Hold on a second. They were the 8th seed that, according to smart basketball algorithms, had a 3% chance to win that series.
So
and
it was a great job for him to get
going into the series. If I'd have said, hey, Wilds, is there any scenario where the Heat win in 7 and you're like, they should have done better? You would have said no.
If they were up 3-0,
but now 2 weeks later, we are all of a sudden retconning an entire playoff run.
No, I said it was a great run. I'm wondering why you're giving him a pass.
I am not giving him a pass.
You are.
You want to know what I think? Here's what I honestly think. Okay. I think the way specifically LeBron James was covered by the majority of media has poisoned a lot of what we do. I think a lot of what we do now is, why isn't this guy getting killed more? Because we know such and such would have been. And such usually was like, well, LeBron was. And then,
not just LeBron.
And then we did it to Durant, right? Steph. And so now, when has Steph ever been killed?
Everybody was roasting him when he had 3 rings, but no finals MVP.
Okay.
In wins, he was getting roasted.
Okay.
Because he didn't win the MVP.
Again, I don't think Steph's ever been killed, but maybe I'm wrong. I missed it.
Part of it is having the hardware from the regular season that Jimmy doesn't have.
I feel like, in a weird way, not being critical of Jimmy Butler is honestly disrespecting him. If you hold him up to this standard, then he's got to perform at this standard. If you hold him at this standard, like, man, you overachieved, you did a good job. You had all these undrafted
and that's
players.
What people think. That's my only point is the fact that and I don't want to kill him. I'm just saying the fact that we're not means, you know what?
No.
This is your level. You're not on that level where we expected you to beat Denver.
But what I'm saying is we are, then elevating above him guys who have never been bad in the finals because they've never sniffed one. The idea that we are going to is Joel Embiid still a superstar? He's the league MVP.
Yes.
He's a superstar. Then how are we kicking Jimmy Butler out?
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell shot 100%.
Do what Joel Embiid does in the regular season.
Okay, Damian Lillard, is he a superstar?
Yes.
Okay, well,
Does Jimmy do what he does in the regular season?
No, he does clearly way better because
Really?
his team's
When did
still
he
playing.
average 30?
Okay.
I said the regular season. When did he average 27?
No, the regular season is how you make the playoffs, Brew. The players haven't been there in 2 years.
I'm just saying it's not. Forget the 82 games for your whole career. What'd you do in the playoffs?
No, of course.
And especially when he didn't win.
No.
If he had won, that would have been
No,
something.
I understand.
Now they just one more team to make the finals.
He came up 3 games short. For the second time, 3 years ago he came up 2 games short. Last year he came up 5 games short. This year he came up 3 games short.
Short is short, baby.
I
3
understand.
games short's a lot.
But
I
understand. But you know what? It's more. You know what's more than it? 16 games before you get to the play-in. And so we just can't do it. We can't be like, hey, this guy played terribly in the Super Bowl. You know who I like more? The guy who was on the 7 and 9 team. We just can't do it. Just can't do it. If you want to say he's not one of the 5 best guys, no problem.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Also, had 8 points into going.
And then he had 13 straight to get the lead.
But you're giving him a pass that you wouldn't give to a certain level of play.
He's not that level.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. He's not that level.
Giannis.
He had a great run. He's not that level.
Yeah, but he's
game-ending turnover.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.